So welcome to the virtual demonstration of the classroom tools. And today you're going to learn how to use the tools in our virtual classroom. After introductions of your presenters, we'll have our participants introduce themselves. And then we're going to go over a few ground rules that set the stage for a positive virtual experience. Next, we'll be showing you a few of the many tools in a virtual classroom that engage participants, such as raising your hand, the chat feature, how to use the whiteboard tools. You'll have the opportunity to practice and see how simple it is to communicate in this amazing virtual classroom. Then we'll facilitate a brainstorming exercise. Yes, there is work, ladies, to think of all the ways that we could reach out to military families using a virtual classroom. Finally, we'll take your questions and comment about this virtual workshop experience. At the end, you'll be asked to take a short survey to let us know how we did and how you found using this virtual platform. So let's get started with our introductions. So I am the presenter for the first half of this presentation, and my name is Vicky Morrison, and I'm the Content Marketing Specialist with Military Family Services. I am the former Executive Director of 14 Wing Greenwood MFRC, and I'm a military spouse of 27 years with 3 kids, all participating in cadets. So we're, I guess we'd say, the quintessential military family. And now I'd like to introduce you to my partner and the producer for the first part of this 1-hour session. Over to you, Jocelyn.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jocelyn Gaudreau, and I'm the Employment and Education Assistance Coordinator here at the Gagetown MFRC. I'm a military spouse, and originally I'm from the Annapolis Valley in Nova Scotia.
Yay!
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you know, it's great to be here on the East Coast and sharing so many things. Lots of times I feel like we're across Canada with people from Ontario and out west, and it's so good to have, I'm feeling with this connection so much more East Coast connections over here. So I'm excited to share all these tools with you all.
Thank you very much, Jocelyn. Now let's meet all of our participants. So when I call upon you, I'm going to ask you these 4 questions, and as you tell us, my producer will be writing your answers on the whiteboard, just like you would in a regular classroom. So the questions are going to be, tell us your name, where you're located, the reason you're interested in learning about the tools in the virtual classroom, and what would be your superpower if you could have one. So let's get started with Denise.
Hello.
Hi, Denise.
I think it's on the... Sorry? Oh, I thought someone else was speaking to me. So my name is Denise Skierman, and I'm here at the Gagetown MFRC. The reason why I am here today, I think I typed it out above, was that I wanted to be able to use this resource to add to my toolkit, just to have one extra thing that I could pull out and use to connect with specifically youth in my job. And the superpower I would like to have is to be able to sleep for only 2 hours a night and still feel refreshed when I get up in the morning.
I think that's probably the best superpower I have heard so far. That is fantastic. I need that as well. Yeah, that is excellent. Very good. And Lisa Kennedy, let's hear from you.
Okay, my name is Lisa. I'm at the Gagetown MFRC. I've been a social worker here for going on 13 years. The reason that I'm signed up for this, I'm exploring it to see if this is a good fit for me. I'm not very tech savvy. I've crashed more computers than I care to think about, but I'm willing to give this a try and see if this is something that perhaps I can use either in my programs or whatever. So I'm really exploring the resource. If I had a superpower, I'm a real foodie, so I would love to eat everything and anything that I want and not put on a pound.
I think this is an original group. I'm loving this. Yeah, I'm buying into that one as well. Yeah,
so Lisa, can I share? Can I share one part to your exploring the resource?
Sure.
So I've taught 63 MFRC staff over the last 3 years on how to bring a live presentation to a virtual audience. That's what Jocelyn and Vicky are here today about. And I had 3 students in that time who only barely knew how to write an email. And those 3 students made a beautiful final presentation, each one of them being able to actually really work with this system. So I totally get that maybe you might be afraid of the technology, but just know that there's hope out there, that even people that are really petrified of the technology have been able to create great programs.
Thank you, Margaret.
Okay. You're welcome.
I'd just like to ask Margaret a question, and as everyone knows, we're learning as we go here. That's what Jocelyn and I are doing. I see beside Shannon's name there is a red X by her headset. Does that indicate she can't hear us or there's a problem?
She's muted.
That just means she's muted. I
don't want to be disruptive if there's other people around.
Very good. Okay, that's what it looks like for her. Thank you so much, Margaret. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, Melissa Hawthorne.
Okay, my name is Melissa, and I'm located in Oromocto, so the Gagetown MFRC would be my closest resource place.
Mm-hmm.
And my reason is I'm just like, I was speaking to Jocelyn, and she invited me, and I'm all about just using any tools or learning about, I'm pretty sure I've used this type of program before in my past, but just any way to reach out and learn anything to put on my resume and to also help like volunteer work, like even if Shannon had something that she wanted to, like someone to know these tools, I could definitely help in that also. And for superpower, everyone's so creative. I guess kind of same theme. I want to be able to control my my voice so they listen to me more.
Mommy superpowers.
Yes, that's a good one. Yeah.
Mommy superpowers. Well, I think volunteer work is a superpower. Being committed to volunteer work and engaging in your community and community development is a superpower myself. But mommy superpowers, I think those develop with time. Those eyes in the back of your head, that sort of thing. That will come. Thank you very much, Melissa.
Awesome.
Now, Shannon, your turn.
Hello. So I'm the Volunteer Services Coordinator here in Gagetown, and I've been in my position for about a year, also military spouse. Previously was the youth coordinator, also did some volunteering with the MFRC Advisory Committee in Europe, so I've met Margaret and done some work with Margaret as well. Yeah, and for me, this just sounds like an awesome tool to collaborate with other MFRC coordinators. I'm hoping to expand our database system that we're using and share it with the other MFRCs and have them use it as well. So in that, we would need to collaborate and come up with a universal intake form or registration form, and I think this would be a great way to collaborate in creating that.
Absolutely.
And superpower, I don't know, you guys are pretty fantastic. I would take just about any one of those. I don't know. I would like to also not have to worry about sleep. I tend to fall asleep on the couch just about every night, and I'd like to not have to worry about that.
That is excellent. I think you touched on the right word there, collaboration. You're going to see a lot of collaboration over the next hour, and our ability to work together, even though we are geographically so separated, is just one of the amazing benefits of live to virtual. And hopefully when we're finished this presentation, you'll all feel the need to take this course and learn how to do this. It's been fantastic so far. So we really are kind of a diverse group of participants, and this really is an incredible opportunity to learn together. So now, just like in a regular classroom, we're going to set the stage of this virtual classroom with a few ground rules that are common in a virtual classroom. So in a live classroom, the ground rules may include like where to go to smoke or where to go to the bathroom and raise your hand to ask a question. In a virtual classroom, there are a few ground rules that we'd like to go over to establish the mood of the session from the start as well. So Lisa, would you be able to read this slide for me, please?
Okay. What slide do you, oh, this one, okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you for logging in 10 minutes prior to the session.
Mm-hmm.
Turn off email and other distractions. To participate in the discussions. To fill in the evaluation form with feedback. And bring your sense of adventure.
Absolutely. So thank you to everyone for signing in a few minutes early. And as you saw, that 10 minutes gave us the chance to troubleshoot some of our login issues that we had, and we ensured that the session starts but also ends on time. And thank you very much. If you could turn off your email and any other distractions like your cell phone, that would be fantastic. We do realize that some people are calling in from home, and that's not just possible, not always possible when you have dogs and kids and so on and so forth. But if you can have a distraction-free environment, you'll get more into the presentations. Bring your sense of adventure as you participate in the activities and discussions. And above all, we want you to have some fun as you explore this virtual classroom with us. And next, we're going to have a grand tour of some of the virtual classroom tools. So you'll be able to see the virtual classroom has similarities and differences to an on-site classroom. The most significant difference is that the virtual classroom, we don't have eye-to-eye contact unless we leave our video cameras on, which we don't often do. Therefore, it's important to be creative to engage your participants in other ways, using virtual tools to keep them interested. So here are some of the tools that we can use. So first off, let me guide your eyes to the top right-hand side of the screen, the participants panel. In the participants panel, you'll find the name of each participant. And we've put a picture of the participants panel on the whiteboard for demonstration purposes. It is here that you can mute and unmute by clicking on the microphone next to your name. So we use the mute to minimize the background noise. When you've muted your microphone, you'll see an X on the headset next to your name. That was the question that I asked Margaret earlier. I couldn't remember what the X meant from my end when I was seeing it. And it means that you have muted. So can everybody give that a try? Just mute your microphone. There we go.
Denise, I see you have a question.
I do. I'm seeing the screen with the participants panel and the information that we're going over right now. Is there any way I can make it bigger?
You can go, if you look down kind of in the middle of the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a percentage, and with there's kind of a drop-down arrow there. Mine is to fit
screen, Jocelyn, to show her.
Sure. So let's see.
Go up to top left and share, and then my session window.
Here we go.
Mac.
So yes, I do have a Mac, and so do you, Denise. So it does look a little different, but there's nothing here. I don't see.
All I'm seeing is black.
Me a black screen right now.
Me too. Uh-oh. Let's see.
Return, press stop sharing. Bring your mouse right up to the middle of press stop sharing, and try it again to share. This time, instead of desktop, go to my session window, the last choice.
There we go.
Okay.
Super.
Is it something that just Jocelyn is seeing that you're explaining now?
Nope, we're going to show you. See at the bottom left-hand side of the screen.
There we go.
We can all
see.
Here, we've got 49%. You can change that, Denise, to...
Mine has disappeared now. It was there and it's gone.
Well, you're looking at my window now.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So when you go back to yours, you can change that. And I go fit to width, but I will tell you that the Mac seems to be a little strange. Sometimes I have to scroll up and down.
Okay.
So we can try that, and let me know if you're having any issues. I'm going to stop sharing, and then you can try to adjust your view.
Yes. No, that's better. I can read the words now.
Perfect.
And the other thing you can do, Denise, is if you put your mouse right on the dividing line between the two panes.
I've moved the panes around a bit.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Perfect.
I would raise my hand, but I don't seem to have a hand icon like Denise. I have an applause one.
It's not an icon, Lisa. If you look down below the attendee list, way at the bottom, okay?
Yep.
Where the icon is the smiley face, go right to the left.
Okay.
And there's a hand.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry
that I'm giving the instructions.
Oh, no, it's good.
Okay.
We're collaborating.
Yeah. Helping each other out. I think that's what this is all about.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
Very good. Okay. Anyone else have any more questions about these? We're learning as we go. It's fantastic. I love this. No questions? Okay. So does anyone want to try to use the camera to, does anyone have a camera on their Mac?
Who wants to use? There's Shannon.
There. Oh, I see Jocelyn is sort of there. Just it's a silhouette of her head. Denise.
Whoa, what'd I do?
There, Shannon. Yay. Hi, Shannon.
I clicked the picture with the multi people, and now it went to a totally different screen, and I can see everybody. Super fun.
Very good. So we don't usually leave the cameras up throughout the entire session as they can be distracting. But if you want to give it a try, you know, oh, there's Denise. Hey, Denise.
Hi.
It is fun to use the cameras at times. It definitely is.
You're able to see everybody at once as well. If you click on the little icon with 3 people on it, then you can see everybody at once.
Love it. Oh my goodness, so cute.
Oh, baby. Melissa, the baby. See, very distracting. Okay, and return.
I don't think mine is working, but okay.
Oh, that's okay, Lisa. I'm
up in my own, I'm like in a
there
corner of my.
There you are. We can see you now.
So it just pops up when somebody's talking, their window in the right-hand spot?
Yes.
Yes. So one more point to add about any of the panels that we're going to show you is the way to collapse and bring them back. If you notice beside the word participant in the top right-hand corner, you'll see a tiny triangle. Does everyone see that tiny triangle? Click on the triangle to collapse and bring back the panels into view. Give it a try. The little tiny triangle. Everyone have luck with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No questions? Great. Now let's look at our next set of tools. So at the bottom of the participant panel is a menu bar with pictures of tools. Again, we have put a picture of what this looks like on the whiteboard to demonstrate. Each picture is a toggle, so you would push it once to activate and push it again to put it away. For example, in order for you to raise your hand, you need to click on the toggle of the picture of the hand. So let's try that. Let's raise your hand and lower your hand. See Lisa's hand. Oh, Denise, Jocelyn, we're getting there. Melissa, do you see your hand? There we go. Shannon. That's great. Okay. Now you always want to lower your hand so you don't get tired, right? So let's lower our hands. Perfect. Okay, so as participants in a virtual classroom, you have to be patient in waiting for the presenter to call on you or respond, as it sometimes takes a minute for their eyes to catch the hands up, because there's a whole bunch of other emoticons that are on there as well. So to the right of the hand, you're going to find a green check and a red X. These tools engage participants by asking yes or no questions at any time during the presentation. So let's give it a try. Do you have a pet? Give me a green check for yes or a red X for no.
Oh, sorry, my pet died.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Doesn't it? Oh, sorry, that's a social worker for you. I had a pet. Now I don't.
Now I don't, but that's okay. So Denise, what kind of pet do you have?
I have a cat and a dog.
Okay, what are their names?
Coco's 11-year-old blind chocolate lab,
okay.
And Bella is a Maine fluffy cat.
Oh, very sweet. Okay, so you notice how simple the yes or no question sparked a conversation. We could go on and on about animals, I'm sure. So when you're designing a virtual workshop, it's important to use these tools to engage participants every 3 to 5 minutes. So if you hover over each of the toggles, you'll see what they do or their function. So raise your hand if you can tell me what the arrows to the right of the red X indicate. What do those arrows to the right of the red X? Shannon, what do those arrows mean? I see your hand up. Very good. Go slower or speed it up. So hopefully we're not going to see any emoticon faces with the snoring, like it's so slow. So hopefully we're moving at the right speed. So now I'm going to show you how to use the rest of the emoticons. So at the end of the menu bar, you're going to see a happy face, which is the emoticon tool. Beside the happy face, you'll see a black arrow or drop-down menu. So you'll see this drop-down menu in many of the tools. A drop-down menu tells you there's a choice. You've got a selection there. So if you click on the drop-down menu beside the happy face, you'll see a choice of emoticons. If you hover or hold your mouse over any of the symbols, you'll see its name. So hover your mouse over the coffee cup symbol and see what you see. So please raise your hand if you can tell me its name. What is the name of the coffee cup symbol? Lisa.
Have a break?
That's it exactly. That's it exactly. So once again, if you need to take a break, you hit your coffee cup. So we ask participants to use the coffee cup when they leave the session so that we know that you've stepped away from your desk and you're not having IT issues. So let's play with all the other emoticons. We have a standing ovation. Can you click on the hands clapping?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Standing ovation.
Standing ovation.
Applause.
Very good. We also have sleep. So you can click on the snoring emoticon. And the emoticons are another way for participants to communicate with the presenter in a virtual classroom. Because if we don't have our cameras on, it's just a good way to know how people are feeling. So does anybody have any questions about the emoticons? Give me a green check when you're ready to continue. Very good. So that is just those are just a few ways we can see your body language in an online classroom. So now, look in the lower right corner of your monitor. You're going to see that chat feature. Okay? It works much like instant messaging. You can select all participants from the drop-down, which allows everyone, including the presenters and participants, to see your chat. And you can also select all panelists. This allows you to your chat to only go to the host or the presenter. You can select an individual's name, and you can have a private chat as well. So let's give it a try. Select all participants from the drop-down menu. Okay. And then write in the chat box what you had for dinner last night and send it to your partner only.
Oh, I didn't give everybody partners already.
Oh gosh, sorry, I didn't look up, so I didn't notice.
That was me. I was,
My fault.
No, Shannon.
You're an all participant at this one.
Yes. Well, we can let everybody know what you have for supper last night.
Yeah, everybody has an opportunity here. Let's tell. Oh, pork chops. Oh, I'm gonna get hungry. Beef and potatoes, pizza, butternut squash soup, chicken and rice. Very good. So give us a green check when you're ready to share. Well, we can all see regardless. So it makes no odds if we put a green check up at this point. So most of the time, it's best to choose all participants when you're having a chat, because chances are if you have a comment, so will another participant in the group. So it makes sense to share with everyone. And of course, make sure your private chats would be appropriate for all to see if you accidentally send it to everyone. So don't hesitate to use chat anytime during the presentation. So, you know, have we got pairs up there? Shannon, Denise, Melissa, and Lisa. Okay, here's what you can do. Let's do a practice run with the pairs. So to your partner, I'd like you to share your favorite movie. And that will be your private chat.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
I had lost part of my screen, so I've restored my screen. So now I have the panelists, I have everything. And do I have a partner?
Can you see, Lisa, can you see the main slide?
I see the main slide. Oh, okay, there we go.
See it down to the, sort of in the middle, I guess, on my screen right now to the left?
I do.
With Melissa. So if you can private message Melissa and let her know what your favorite movie is.
Oh, I have so many.
Perhaps you can give us a green check when that's done, when you have the other person's favorite movie.
Lisa and Melissa, did you share movies yet? Oh, there we go. And Denise, you can tell us Shannon's favorite movie?
She said there were too many good ones to choose from.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go with indecisive at the moment. That is a great answer. Very good. And Shannon, what about Denise?
She said she was going to say the same thing.
Well, that's great. Great minds think alike. That is fine. So Melissa, what about Lisa?
She put The English Patient, The Avengers, all the Marvel movies.
Sorry, what was the second one?
The Avengers.
Oh, the Avengers.
No, I meant all the Marvel movies.
Okay, that is a dichotomy. The English Patient to all the Marvel movies. Oh, yeah. That is an eclectic woman we are talking to right now.
If it moves in front of me, I love it.
Fantastic. That's excellent. Okay, so Melissa's movie. Lisa, what was Melissa's favorite movie?
Another favorite of mine, The Gladiator.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Russell Crowe.
Oh, I should see that sometime. Yeah. So, very good. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating in that private chat. And you can take your check marks down. And I see Shannon has her coffee cup up for a moment. So we're going to be switching roles now.
Yes, and now I'm going to be talking as in the presenter of the presentation, and Vicky's going to be the producer. She's going to be the one pointing out all the fun tools for you. So So now we're going to look at exactly what I said, the fun tools that you can mark on the whiteboard presentation directly. Let me draw your attention to the top left-hand side of your screens. There should be a toolbar that looks like the picture we have on the whiteboard. Can everybody find the toolboard? Do you want to give me a red check? Sorry, a red check. A green check when you find your toolbar up at the top. Awesome. Awesome. These are the whiteboard tools. And the first tool on the left is a big, thick arrow called the pointer. We use this tool as presenters to show you where we are in the presentation and to point out all the fun tools that we're using. We have our participants also use the tool to claim space on the whiteboard for themselves, or we may ask you to use your pointer to point to something on the whiteboard that you find interesting. Let's try it out. Everybody can click their pointer and then click on one of your squares to claim a spot. Denise, were you able to find your pointer?
Sorry, I have someone in my office. I forgot to put up the coffee cup.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Go ahead with me for a minute.
No, go ahead. So the color of your pointer, I just want to let you know, is assigned to you by the program, and we're unable to change it, unlike the font, which we'll talk about a little later on. And everybody's got their pointers, I see. So the pointer is just one more way to ensure active participation in the virtual classroom. So now that we've changed the slides, please use your pointer to reclaim a square. Perfect. Looking back up to your whiteboard toolbar, to the right of the pointer icon is the capital letter T. This is going to be your text tool. There are 3 points for you to know about the text tool. First, if your text is in yellow or pale blue, it's hard to see against a white background. Your default text color is the same color as your pointer tool, but you can change the color of your text by clicking on the drop-down arrow next to the colored box on your whiteboard toolbar. And an extra note for Mac users, because we've got a few here at the center for sure. Everybody give me a green check if you're using a Mac. Melissa, are you using a Mac? Maybe not? Sounds good. So the Mac is a little different, and you actually have to click on the arrow and wait a few seconds before the color options appear. So just try not to get frustrated. They will come up. They're just a little slower than you might expect. So everybody want to click on the drop-down menu and choose a text color, and then you can click back on the capital T to click text, and then go down to your box that you've claimed and write your name.
Where do I pick the color again?
There's a colored box up there in your toolbar, Shannon.
Oh, that annotation color?
Yes, exactly. So the second point I want to note for everyone is to be able to see what you've written, you need to click away from the word anywhere on the screen. This ensures that no one sees what you've written until you are ready for them to. But if you forget to click away from the text, no one can see what you've contributed. And the last point is that when you come to the end of a line or to the end of where you would like your writing to stop, you can press enter to go to the next line. So if you're typing a sentence in the box you claimed and you were starting to go into someone else's square, you can press enter and your cursor will move down to the next line. So let's test it out. So what I'd like you to do is pick a color from your annotation color, a drop-down menu, and then click your capital T for your text tool. Go to your square, and I want you to write a sentence, a full sentence saying, I am blank and blank, while filling in the blanks with your adjectives. Let's see if I can get this done for you.
Jocelyn, you know how descriptive I am. Come on.
Oh, you don't have to. See, Margaret, she says, funny and smart. Don't forget to click away so we can see what you've written. Very good, Vicky. Beautiful and short and sarcastic.
You know me well already, Jocelyn. I mean, really, Jocelyn. Been such a short time.
Hungry and thirsty, Denise. And I'll just let you know.
Oh, what a sin.
How do I go back and change it if I want?
So that's a good point. So to erase, you can just click on your little eraser. You can either use the drop-down menu to click clear annotations, or you can just take your eraser down there. But I do also want to point out, because most of us are on a Mac today, that our font on Macs is quite small to begin with. And you can change your font by going to Edit, and then up way up at the top and choose Font. This is just a side note. This isn't even in our presentation, but I want to let you know because it was bothering me when I was doing my.
And we seem to have so many people on Macs that.
My mouse isn't scrolling very well anymore. I don't know what happened.
And I've lost that page where I was putting my name in a box.
Oh, I can help you find it. Just a sec.
Thank you.
Jocelyn, if you go to View and then Synchronize for All.
I think I got it for her. Do you have it, Denise?
Yeah,
perfect.
Thank you.
No problem. So if you do go up to Edit, Denise, at the top, and then choose Font, and I have 36, so you need to go quite large for us Macs.
Edit.
Way at the top, you have to put your pointer way at the top. You actually have to put your mouse all the way up there for the toolbar to appear. Perfect. And then Edit and Font. And you do have to go quite large, like I said, 36. There you go. Nerdy and fun, Melissa. Melissa and I the other day had a very long conversation about how well the Game of Thrones books were adapted to the screen. So I think I'm equally as nerdy. So
I haven't even started them because I know if I start, I'll be ignoring my family for a month.
It's true, for a very long time.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all.
I've had them on my Kobo for years, and I'm scared to start them as well.
Yeah.
Steve, I think we need to do a virtual Game of Thrones book club. I think it'd be awesome.
That sounds great.
You're on your own.
So these are just a few more ways to ensure active participation in a virtual classroom. We're going to go on to the next slide. So more whiteboard tools. So once again, please use your pointer tool to reclaim a square.
My nose. Ugh, what's going on? I think the batteries are dying or something.
There could be some more over between the two Macs there, Shannon. Okay, so everybody's got a square except for Shannon. We'll just wait. We'll move on, and she can catch up.
Yeah.
So looking at your whiteboard toolbar to the right of the letter T, you'll see a tool that will allow you to draw lines and arrows. So to use the tool, click on the icon in your toolbar and click back into your square. Then left-click on your mouse and hold it down while you drag your mouse to draw a line. If you click on the drop-down arrow to the right of the line, it will give you the option to draw single or double arrows, which will work the exact same way. Feel free to try them all out. Does everybody have the arrow tool? Let's see a red check for everybody who's been able to play with it just a little bit. Lisa, I see you have too. Good. So again, for the
Margaret makes her own. Did you notice that Margaret is like making her own box?
Making her own box.
She's all about that, just like making her own thing.
Box.
Yeah, outside the box. That's our Margaret.
So just another point again for the Mac users, you'll have to press and hold down the drop-down arrow for 5 seconds in order to see those options for the arrows. To the right of these lines, you'll find an option to draw a box on the whiteboard. So depending on, if you click on this, you'll see that you have an option of a square shape, an oval shape, a check mark, and an X mark. So using your mouse the same way as the line tool, try making different sized boxes in your square. We invite you to also use the drop-down menu to explore the selections that the tool has to offer, such as the circle, check mark, and X options. So let's see what you guys can create here.
I've lost my mouse again, even though I changed the batteries. I don't know.
Too bad we don't have anybody from the tech committee in there to help you, Shannon.
I know, man.
Busy.
Yeah.
I'm not on a Mac. I don't know what I'm doing.
Looks great, guys. I like yours, Lisa.
Thank you. I'm going for a Kandinsky.
I like it.
Very nice. It'll be worth millions someday. I'll take a screenshot.
By then, but thanks. That's helpful.
So to the right of the box tool, we find the marker tool, and via the drop-down arrow, the pencil tool, which are also great tools to engage participants in icebreakers and a host of other uses. Give them a try in your square. And again, if you use the drop-down menu, you'll find the thinner or thicker of the versions. I think on a Mac it's called the pencil or pen tool, and I think on a PC it's called a marker tool. And finally, you can erase each of your annotations by clicking on the eraser icon and then clicking on each mark. Or you can click on the drop-down menu to the right of the eraser, and you can select to erase all of your annotations at once. Why don't we give that a try?
Lisa, it's beautiful, really.
It really is. Yours and Margaret's too.
All right. Sorry, when I clicked clear my annotations, it also removed my arrow. Did I do something wrong?
That's really interesting, Denise, because mine didn't go away when I...
Let's see.
Oh, somebody took mine away.
Oh, I think I cleaned, sorry, I was playing around. I cleaned it. Sorry, Lisa, it's gone forever.
So much for the millions.
Oh, actually, Denise, there is a, you might have clicked on clear my pointer by mistake.
Okay.
It is one of the drop-down menu options.
Oh, yeah, clear my pointer. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have one last artistic task for you for this slide. So first of all, inside, I want you to claim your box with your pointer. And then I want you to draw a tree in your box. Then write your name with the text tool beside your work of art. And then change the color of the text and write your favorite animal. It's a lot of instructions. Let's see who can get them all.
Oh.
I heard a tree.
We want you to draw a tree inside your box, Shannon.
I can't. My mouse isn't working, so.
We'll imagine it for you.
Oh, that's beautiful, Denise.
Thank you.
You did a good one.
Oh, good job, Lisa. Oh, she's using a different color.
All right, now, good job, Denise. Wrote your name inside.
Oh, I was
so write your name.
Tool, sorry.
No, you did an excellent job with the pen tool. I'm impressed. Don't forget to click away when you do write your name. And then, of course, change the color of your text and write your favorite animal. Very good. Good job, Melissa. It's really hard to write with that pen. And Vicky, the monkey. Denise, do you prefer cats over dogs?
I do. I like them both, but cats are my number one.
I'm with Denise on that one.
Ladies, I'm very shocked. Good job, everyone. Everybody want to try erasing their annotations? Just for one last fun. Good job. Okay. So, over the past hour, we've shown you just some of the tools available in a virtual classroom, and now we'd like to hear from you as to the types of programs that you can see being delivered in a virtual format. Using the pointer tool from your whiteboard toolbar, claim a row on the whiteboard with your pointer, and using the text tool, write your name in. You guys are super fast. Poor Shannon. Want me to write for you, Shannon?
Please.
Sure.
I'm not sure how did you guys get your names in there?
You click on the text tool, so the T.
Yes. Got it.
There's so many tools, it's not easy to forget them.
Okay, got it.
Sorry, it's not difficult to forget them, Lisa.
That's okay. I understood what you meant. We're doing the same thing.
So Shannon, I'll write for you a list of ways that you'd like to use virtual programming.
Well, collaborating obviously with other volunteer coordinators, but then also I'm thinking, you know, the possibility of a virtual book club, and maybe for me doing orientation with volunteers who want to work from home.
That's awesome.
Obviously, transportation in Gagetown is not super great, so if people live outside of Ormocto and don't drive, then
makes it easier.
Yeah,
for sure. Don't forget to click away from your text when you've written it so that we can all see what you shared. Melissa, did you have any ideas that you would like to use the program for? Awesome. Awesome. I really like the book club idea. I know that you've been doing it before, Margaret, but I think it would be really fun to bring to the center.
I would love to do that. We tried it last year. We had 3 people, but it didn't take off. But I know the book club in the States is very popular right now. It's got 12 people for the last 3 years. And the beauty of it is that when somebody moves to a different place, like we all do as military spouses, you can still stay engaged with the same club. So I'm totally open to starting another one for the Maritime in Gagetown. If you'd like, I can help you with that.
That's really cool. Excellent. Yeah, Melissa is definitely somebody to consult on that for sure. So what type of volunteer opportunities do come to your mind, Melissa?
I can't really think of anything on top of my head, but I like the idea when you guys were talking about, yeah, when like people like who can't get out because of like, sometimes I can't do some of the volunteer stuff because of the timing, so I'm home with the kids, so if there's something that was more virtual that could still be inclusive, that didn't involve you physically being there, that would be good.
I love that idea. I mean, with technology now, we are so much more connected. And what about you, Denise? What type of, I like the idea of guest speakers and virtual pen pals.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. it's a program in the back of my head that I call it Posting Pals in my head, sort of connecting youth from one community with someone who's coming into their community so they can share, you know, these are the schools, this is what I do in my time off, these are some clubs or organizations, just so there's that little bit of connection before you ever get to your new posting. So it works both ways as well. If you are heading somewhere, you can join the Pen Pal Club, and if you are in a location, you can join and be the person who's in the know.
I love that. And Melissa just wrote in chat that she loves that idea, and even for moms, it would be wonderful too, and I agree. I mean, we use Facebook all the time, but sometimes people are not as comfortable or familiar with that forum. So really cool. What about you, Lisa? What kind of PSI Flow collaboration can you see using this workshop, using this platform?
I think more along the lines of just discussing some best practices and the different kinds of programs that we might want to run. Yeah, I think that's just a way to connect and see who's doing what program and what program is working well. That's kind of where I am right now, which is separate than it was before I signed on.
I agree. I mean, just the idea of teleconferencing and talking to your peers, I think this is such a good platform. You can share so much more over your computer than you can over telephone. So I think it's really cool. So virtual workshops are a growing field, and we've seen all of these programs to date that you see on the screen right now. Using your pointer tool, point to a session that surprises you most to be a virtual program.
I'm not really surprised because I figured you could do just about anything here.
Once your eyes have been opened, it kind of, sorry, I went over you, Vicky. I'll move it a little bit.
I saw the parenting program. I'm not surprised to see it there. I'm not sure it's something that I would like to deliver that way because I really like to be able to get up and I like to move around, but it's something that, you know, if somebody's got one and it works, I'd be willing to connect with them and see how they're doing it.
And perhaps too, Lisa, for people who are in maybe remote areas but still want to get your great advice. You know. What about you, Shannon? Do you have one that you can think of that surprises you a bit?
Not really. I think everyone you can do just about anything. What Lisa was saying, though, I think, you know, finding out who's offering what workshops and just getting on board with them doing it rather than duplicating the same workshop is a good idea.
Sounds cool. Yep. Okay, one final task for you.
I just wanted to say that, Margaret, I appreciate you always tagging all the MFRCs in your virtual content. It lets us share it with our community members, but just really appreciate it. We don't always get there, but know that we are reading it for sure to see what you're offering.
Oh, excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for that feedback.
So just one more, I'm going to put you to work one more time before we let you go here. I'd like you to encase using your box or your, what are they calling, your box tool. Mine's set to an X, so it looks kind of like an X. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4th tool in on your toolbar up in that left-hand corner. I want you to encase one of the ideas that you think would actually really work for your community members. So does anybody have, what do you think, Shannon? Would you like me to encase one for you?
I'm looking. There's quite a few, I think, that would.
I'm going to double do the book club for you since you suggested it before.
I like the Travel Smart idea.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome, especially collaborating with people who have been somewhere where you're going that you've never been before.
Yeah.
So you can see creativity is key when designing virtual programming. In a world where many of our communities are spread out through rural and urban centers, isn't it nice to know that all of our military families can access programming regardless of their posted location? I think this is such good ideas, and I think there's only going to be more to come. In closing, does anybody have any questions or comments regarding today's session or any of the tools that we've demonstrated today?
It's been interesting.
Yeah.
And it's all very new to me, so I found it very interesting.
Thanks, Lisa.
And that's a huge compliment for me, because you know I avoid this kind of stuff, right?
I'm surprised that you went to.
I'm impressed you participated.
Yeah. Well, you know, every now and then I need to pull something new out of my sleeve, so.
Before you go, I'd like to know.
Program, actually.
Sorry, Shannon?
I really enjoy the WebEx. I think getting community members on board in, you know, maybe even offering this type of workshop for them just to see how it's used so that they're not scared to join some of the virtual programs, then would be a good idea.
I agree. I agree. Lisa and Shannon have kind of shared what impressed them the most. I'd be interested to hear from you, Denise and Melissa. What impressed you the most about what we went over today? And if you could give me a green check when you're ready to share your thoughts. If you're still around. Awesome. Denise, what would you like to share?
I'd just like to share that I think the process of having some of us newbies together to learn this and allow us to ask questions as they came up was really valuable. I have done a WebEx training myself probably 3 years ago, and I admit to never using it since then. So it was a great refresher for me to see how easy it actually is to use. And just by hearing other people's questions about, oh, I can't find this or how to do that, it helped me to, I guess, figure out if I'm going to use this as a teaching tool or a connection tool, what I can anticipate questions and comments being.
Yeah, I agree. Margaret, did you have a question?
A question or a comment. When we were rolling out the virtual outreach program, every month we'd have 2 or 3 of these demonstrations that people would come to. So I highly recommend that, you know, if your center is going to be rolling it out, that you start with just a simple demonstration and do as many as you can. And encourage people to come to ours or any other demonstration about virtual programming.
I agree. I think it would be really good for them to you know, just to learn more about the platform and how easy it is to use, so that you can participate. You are confident that you can participate in the WebExes that do come up. Melissa, did you have something you'd like to share?
I was going to say that I think if definitely if it was advertised and you had certain programs that would for the community, then it'd actually be really appealing to a lot of just being like a military wife also like you guys are. A lot of the time here engaged on the people are in the field a lot, and I know there's a lot of other people I've talked to like I can't do this because my husband's gone and I can't get a babysitter. It might bring people kind of more together, more interested in programming.
I agree. Even if it was during the evening when the kiddos are in bed.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking too, because even though we have casual childcare in the evening, the timing doesn't always work for some of the younger ones to go to programs, so you could offer something a little bit later even.
Yeah. And we could do it from the comfort of our own homes in pajamas.
Yes.
I like it. Thanks very much, everyone, for sharing your thoughts and comments with us.
During a winter storm, too.
Exactly, as long as the internet doesn't go down.
Yeah, as long as we have power.
Yeah, which we tend to lose quite frequently here, unfortunately. So,
I just like that. One more thing. I just thought of something. A key word for that last slide is demystifying the whole thing, making sure that people recognize that this is not difficult. It's a little tricky at first, but it's no more difficult than learning to use your smartphone. And if we can demystify it and explain to them how simple it is, they won't be scared to try. And once you get into this, I can see how easily you'd be hooked, absolutely hooked.
I agree, Vicky. Even you and I, just playing around with it for the past couple of weeks together, I'm a lot more comfortable just watching them myself and presenting too. So, all right. So this has just been a taste of virtual programming, and please spread the word and invite others to come out to one of these virtual demonstrations. And thank you so, so much for coming out today. I know we all have lots of things to do, and it's a busy time, especially for you guys over at MFS, Vicky.
It's been a little crazy. It's our 25th anniversary. Yay! But very busy.
Yes. So in the chat, you'll find a link to a short evaluation to be filled out. We thank you for your feedback, which will help us improve future sessions. Please click on the link and it will open the survey in a separate browser window, allowing you to come back and log out of WebEx session before you take the survey. To leave the class, you can just click on the X at the top right-hand corner of the screen. And thank you all so much again for participating. I really appreciate you taking the time to meet with us today.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Shannon and Denise, were you able to find the survey?
Yes, yeah. Survey.
Super duper.